coming back to fuck shit up. Hold up.
Woo, these are hot.
God damn. You just did that and I forgot what we're fucking talking. I know what we're talking about, but I forgot where we were.
Where we were? Oh, when she was leaving.
Oh, okay.
So, okay.
Peace! I'm out.
We are back. So, Sheila left. She took all those millions with her and took her little crew, that everyone that was living in her house or whatever, her personal little, her little clique. But then each person had a purpose. She didn't just have just 25 or whatever freeloaders. She had like a lawyer, a doctor, a this, a that,
a sniper, found love,
a gun hand.
And this little lady. That's what's funny is.
Yeah, it's just.
I didn't know that I had the. I just looked outside my body and I had a syringe of poison.
So,
as I was zeroing in my sniper scope,
yeah.
I couldn't believe this is how I joined. I didn't join for this.
So she leaves. Bhagwan kind of had to respond to all this.
Isn't his response fucking awesome?
He just kept, and this is what makes me feel like that this whole thing, that he knew more than...
Oh, yeah, you knew he knew.
He knew everything that was happening. I feel like more than anything, it was, okay, we're about to get in trouble. I'm going to give you this amount of money. Because even at the end, she kind of still kept saying when she was in jail, and all this, we're skipping jumping
all over the place.
But when she was in jail, she was like, when they said, would you do it again? She was like, yeah. And to all the people, and she even talked to all the Oregonians or whatever, you still missed out on Bhagwan's teaching. So she still had positive, whatever. And that's what makes me think that...
His response to all this, when they come out and she's gone and everything, it's awesome.
She's the supreme...
This long beard in a robe and everything going... That bitch is crazy.
Yes. She was responsible for everything.
I wouldn't fuck her. That's why she,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have sex with her. I would never have sex with a secretary,
Oh my God. And that was the one that it's like, the one thing that I've always learned is to never have sex with your secretary. And then everybody just laughed at her own little thing there. And they all quickly turned on her too, like just.
Oh fuck yeah!
Pow. Even.
Oh yeah, she's gone. We're gonna she's the one who did it all.
She's the one that did it all.
Yeah. Fuck. Come on.
That's why I feel like that he knew more than. Besides knowing more, that I feel like they were still in cahoots. Personally,
right? Yeah.
Like she just left, and he just kind of was like, "This is a way for me to get all the heat off of me. You escape, you stay the fuck in a place where you can't get
extradited."
Which she did it.
No.
Instead,
there's so many countries that they can't extradite, and these fuckers always go
to the ones that
you can't.
And not only that,
the ones that you can't must really suck.
What fucked her over is that she still was power hungry.
Yeah.
She sold that story to...
had a nude spread.
Stern magazine, which was their version of Playboy or whatever, because I saw some, like, a Madonna or some shit on some of those covers. She told her story, did the naked stuff. She got on there all naked, so you see her naked as well. Which she didn't mind, because she already done that in her own comedy, and she's free spirit and all that shit. And although she did say at the start she didn't care much for the religion part or the praying and all, she was all about the business. That's where she thrived in, and she did. She to this day, I mean, she could still not on name recognition, but just on her savvy and her fucking aggressiveness, fucking. She was Frank in It's Always Sunny. It was like, we need the fucking bullhorn or whatever the fuck they called him. That aggressive dude.
It's how you, because he was just saying, okay, this is meditation. This is how you get. There's millions of books out there and videos on how to meditate and yoga and all this other shit. He just got the right people around him and wore the right shit to, I'm an enlightened one. And people were talking about wanting to go sit at his feet. And so he never said he was
a
god
god
or anything. It was just,
he said the right words.
yeah,
in
said the right
way.
words and shit like that. And this became this thing. And that's what I'm God damn, dude.
So
What people will do, that's what I'm telling you, fucking any kind of, you know my position on the cult, religion, all this, what you can get people to do in the name of God, free spirit, whatever you want to call it.
43 million was what she took.
Yeah, she took 43 fucking million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And they're worried about some fucking Rolls Royces.
Yeah.
Well, he has a lot of Rolls Royces.
So and
And
just
that's
her-
what she took.
and
It's not like they were going, well, how are we going to eat now? You know,
Yeah,
that's just what she took.
She's yeah.
It's
they-
probably in.
anyway, and she probably just had that herself.
Yeah, that's what she had.
That's probably money that she earned herself.
Yeah, and so that commune still had millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars,
and continued to make money.
But
because
they've got 12 Rolls Royces. Give me a break.
Because now after she left, he started to speak. So now that's when the money came in.
Yeah.
But again, now that he started to speak and he started to get in the limelight and all that shit, and every week, they said every day he was accusing her of some new shit.
Yeah, that's where he fucked
So
up.
that's where he fucked up. Because if he would have just said, "Oh, she fucked, she's the bad guy, she did this," and then just left it there,
No, if he didn't say any, just
or continue to do his
I don't know
shit.
what. Yeah, just I don't know what she was doing. Here's what I'm doing.
This
I'm
way-
trying to. That's not. But no, it became a fucking lovers' quarrel.
Yes, and then
Then the government was sitting there going, "What was that?"
Yes, he himself snitched on himself, basically. He's like, yeah, today I'm letting you all know that she was the one behind the poisoning of that town. And then tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah, because they blamed it, the town, the people
They weren't
blamed
even
it
sure.
on the workers,
Yeah.
on the food workers.
Yeah.
Well, they should be washing their hands more.
They
And then
were
he's
working
like-
too close together.
Yeah, and then he's like, she poisoned them. They were like, ooh.
The next day, we found out that she tried to. They bought. Oh, this is where the animals come in. They bought a whole bunch of beavers.
And tried to put them in the water source.
And they put them in the water source, and that wasn't working because the beavers were too big. So
They chopped them up.
Chopped them up. They fucking blended them bitches and put them into the waters. I don't know if that actually did poison anyone.
Who fucking knows?
Because they only talked about the food poisoning, or if they even did that shit. But yeah, every day it was a whole new thing. She took 43 million. She took my private plane. You had both by the end of this. Someone came back with that plane. You could have.
Yeah, because you tried to take off on it, motherfucker.
Then, like, yeah, you see, both planes, whatever. But yeah. So every day he snitched on himself and let everyone know all the fucking messed up shit that was happening there. And at one point or another, there's this guy named Charlie Turner. He's like the big fucking attorney, U.S. whatever. He came in. He already done some like mafia and all this other shit. And he's like, then they
He's a hired gun.
Yeah, he's a hired gun. And they brought him in, and he's never like lost or some shit. He's like, oh, this is a new thing for me. Boom, and just takes them on. And he still couldn't get them on
No.
everything. Like I said, it was the immigration shit and then some other shit that they get him on. They don't even get him on all the other, like the real stuff that was happening there. And then when they finally do, instead of trying to go get that, well, because they slowly went in first. They let him onto the commune, and they let him walk on. They're like, "Oh, we'll give you all the information on
It's
Sheila."
when they said, "We want him."
Yes, when they finally, because they wanted him more than Sheila than anything.
Yeah,
They
Sheila
want
was
him.
already gone.
Yeah. Well, no, even before that, they just wanted. They mainly wanted him.
Yeah,
Because if they
you
could
take
get him,
the head of the snake.
yeah, get the fucking him, and it was done. Because all her shit was business. So all she could do was like, repeat whatever he's saying. But at the end of the day, so the FBI and all these people, they start actually walking onto the commune from little by little before raids and anything like that. And then there's word of a raid coming. And they're preparing, and they kind of notice it too. It all comes because there was this one guy, one neighbor, one random dude. He had like a fucking overalls and shit. He's like, "Oh, and I become the spy. I looked in their trash and I saw all the information."
Yeah.
They should have shredded that.
Tell me this isn't like Waco before Waco.
Well, yes. Well, and that was
It
a
didn't
whole
end
other
up
thing.
like Waco, but
That was a whole other thing. That there was a Jonestown massacre. There
Yeah.
was a cult.
Yeah.
And that was a whole other thing. That
watch the
because-
documentary on that too.
I watched. Well, I don't know if I watched the same one, but I watched a whole bunch of stories on that. But one random person that was kind of involved with that, or relative to someone that was part
It
of
was
that.
his daughter,
The
the
guy's
senator or whatever he was, the government official's daughter was part of this cult
part of this cult, and then
or
left
this
that.
commune.
Yeah, and then joined the commune.
Yeah.
So everyone was thinking throughout the whole time that they were there, the years that they were there, everyone was expecting this whole massacre that was supposed to happen, which never did.
No, it wasn't. They were expecting it, dude. That
They
was
were
another
kinda-
twist.
Yeah,
That was another.
That was their way
We're
of
gonna
getting
change
in.
the
We're
rules.
going to stop it.
One person out of thousands is the daughter of this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's. I'm telling
That
you,
was
that's
their way of getting
the
into
government
the shit.
and the media and all this other shit. It's
One random
however
person.
they want to put it. It doesn't matter.
So that was their way of trying to get in and stopping what this whole massacre that they thought might happen or will happen or whatever. So they get all this information from Sheila, from the wiretaps. That's when they discover all the wiretapping shit. And they even asked her at one point and like about the wiretapping, and she no point did she say no. She's
No,
like, yeah.
she never denies. Actually, says I did not do that. She's like, you can't prove it.
Yeah.
You gotta love that bitch.
So all this shit happens. The raid starts to kind of build up because of a random neighbor that starts finding trash, and in the trash there's paperwork with like, I don't know if it's telegrams or it's just everything written down saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
we planned this."
Why the fuck would you write this shit? What is it about corporations that think they have to write down illegal shit
Not just
to have documentation? But we're gonna throw it away. But it's got to be written down first. If me and you are planning something,
we
you know,
keep it here.
yeah, it's here on tape.
But nevertheless, and it's not even shredded either because they showed pictures of it. It was like it's completely
it's hey, let's poison everybody.
yes, and it wasn't like this where it looks like gibberish and all this stuff. No, it's
got a document head.
Yes, and everything.
A date, the time it was written. What the fuck?
So
That's like The Godfather. You know, well, at this time we're going to kill this guy, and then be like,
and at 8 a.m, he'll discover that head, that horse head in his bed. 8:09.
his alarm
he's
goes off at
screaming.
8:10.
So, yeah, well, all this happened. The spy or whatever, the neighbor, he called himself a spy. He kind of came in.
He was a fucking neighbor.
He's just a neighbor.
I like digging through trash. they told me to be a spy, so I started digging through their trash.
So,
Fucking hillbillies ruin everything.
so they go through all that trash. They see all this stuff. They start preparing for a raid, and they the people in the commune, like that one lawyer, he even kind of gets word, and he's like, "Hey, we could do a surrender or whatever, so that there's no bloodshed and this and that." And the government's like, "Well, we can't tell you what's gonna happen, and we don't really trust you, so we don't know what's what." And they kept going for a bit, so fuck it. Well, before even that, they had SWAT from like San Francisco. They had
the guard there.
They had the guard there, but
Yeah.
they had all kinds of other people as well. They were
Yeah.
like mounting up.
Yeah.
This was gonna be a fucking massacre. And I'll give Bhagwan this. They say that because the lawyer said this was a dumb thing for him to do. I think it was a good thing that he left. He just kind of escaped. Yes, it's bad for him because they'll give him the escaping or whatever. But if he would have stayed and a lot of people would have died, they would have tacked all those deaths onto him, onto his charge, versus just running away.
But that's another thing.
And that
Okay.
that religion or whatever it is would have been tainted to the point where
It would have been
even India would
correct.
have had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it would have been It would have been a
correct.
Waco.
Waco. So him leaving, all they did was just get him and Charlotte. They knew kind of where he was gonna land. So they just kind of anticipated that. They waited for him in Charlotte. They grabbed him. Sheila's dumbass. They just kind of she stayed in the limelight. So,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here. I'm doing.
We'll get you later, bitch.
They got them both at the same time ish, but they brought her whole clique as well, because that old sniper, they grabbed her ass as well. I don't know how many years she got. She got like 10 years.
I don't
Sheila got
know.
like 4 or something
Yeah.
like that. They all did some time, except for Bhagwan. Bhagwan, all it was that they said, and some people said, why didn't you just leave it, let him leave?
Because
They're like,
and see, that's the government going,
no.
you're going to do this on our terms.
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
But what bothered me so much is the government is
Our tax dollars too on that.
our tax dollars on this, transferring him from place to place. We'll do strip searches. We'll do, and until finally he's like,
I just
fuck it, I'll leave. If they would have, he was leaving.
He was leaving from the get-go.
But our government has to say, you're going to do it on our terms.
Yeah, our
You're not gonna leave and then be like, well, why didn't our tax dollars do something against this guy? Our tax dollars didn't do a fucking thing.
transported him, moving
Transported him, moving around until he
around. Paid
said,
for all the overtime for all them cops that
all
they
them,
brought
all
from
them cops,
everywhere.
all them, the plane, all this, for him to leave the country.
for him to leave the country.
He left the country.
Because he didn't really do time.
No, all he did was the time that they
They
until
moved him around.
until he was like, okay, I'll take
I'm
your
done,
plea.
yeah.
Because he would fight it, but he was like, oh, I don't want to be. I've had I've had a finger in my ass every stop.
You said, he said this with a tear too, the lawyer. It's like, I spoke with him, and throughout this whole time, he was proud of it. He's like, because now I'm finally talking to Bhagwan, because he never really...
Yeah, he never talked to him, but now I'm the guy.
I'm the guy. I'm with him every day and all this. And he never stopped with the maroon suit. and all that shit.
No.
He had those colors.
I'm
and
here.
everything.
I'm in.
This is it.
I'm double down.
So he gets his he does his lawyer shit, and at the end he's like, he just said if they just fought fair, I would stay and fight. But You know, it's just
Motherfucker keeps punching me in the kidney.
So he leaves, and
That's what I'm saying. The government
yeah,
doesn't, that's below the belt, and the ref doesn't warn him.
no,
It
is what it is.
Yeah, but you can fight, but if they'll amend it, change it,
no, we'll change the shit.
yeah, fly you around until you just give up. It's like in the corner, a heavyweight fight in the corner. Your guy's going, you're gonna lose, pouring shit in your water. This ain't a fair fight.
No. Yeah, the people will change the shit on you. On a very, very, very minuscule example of that. The trash thing that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
That I was leaving trash in front of my the trash bin in front of my house because everyone else was doing it. And then when I got fined for whatever reason, and then when I say, hey, well, everyone else is doing it, it was like, well, the rules changed and such and such. I was like, the fuck, the rules changed between this conversation and before this conversation?
Yeah, we just changed them. Here's the amendment, motherfucker.
So yeah, they will change.
They'll change the rules if they don't. If you're playing the rules and they don't like the way that it's coming out, they'll change them.
And the biggest thing that made them change was that first mayor. He was the one that he just kind of he was part of Sheila's crew, but he didn't leave with her. He just kind of went into hiding or whatever. And then when he came back, which I was surprised that why would you let him back into the commune? He came back to the commune like nothing happened, and no one said anything. Like they knew. Just
came in and was like, "What's up?"
They knew.
Where you been?
He was part of all this shit. And then he's like, the lawyer said he was gonna talk to him. It's like, hey, we should just do this. He's like, no, I have a federal lawyer or whatever that I'm gonna talk to, and then they're gonna shave off some time, and boom, I think his name was KD or some shit. But he turned and he went after. He gave enough information for that raid to go through, but it never went through because Bhagwan left. So they catch him in Charlotte. They catch Sheila and her crew in Europe, Holland or some shit, wherever the fuck it was.
I thought it was Germany. Maybe not.
No, I think you were. I think you're right. Wherever it wasn't. There was extradition.
Yeah, dumbasses.
It wasn't like she was hiding because again she had everyone there. She was signing autographs and shit. So they get her ass. They bring her and her people down this way. Bhagwan leaves to India. He's just done. He continues his stuff in his Pune, or I think it was called, or something like that.
Yeah, he never skipped a beat.
Yeah, he
except for his little fly time.
The little moving around that they made him do. But as soon as he went back, he just continued like nothing.
Yeah, and on his part, why would you stay and fight? When you're going to go
over there
someplace else and be just as big, you might not have the 15 Rolls Royces or whatever, but you'll get more. It's not like he
made
jumping
more money.
in the back of a Yugo.
Ish. I say ish because at some point or another, this guy, Bhagwan, first of all, he no longer wanted to be Bhagwan anymore at this because he was kind of tired of it. And
after that, they said, okay, we're not a religion. Because what's-her-face was trying to, I'm the high priestess.
Yeah.
And all. They burned all that stuff. And, we're not a religion, and all this. You've done fucked up.
Yeah. And then some random person says, well, we have to call you something. So what do we call you? And then someone tells him Osho, which was, I think it was Japanese. I know some Asian.
For teacher or something.
Master. And so now he's Osho. O-S-H-O. And
Ain't
they
that
kind of
fucking-
rebranded. They
What if,
rebranded.
what if I went down to work and
Literally, that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
rebranding.
said, yeah. What if I went down to work and said, I'm not David anymore. I'm Liberator. You know, all you guys would be like, oh, go fuck yourself. You know,
I'm D now.
I'm D. You know, just he rebranded himself. I guess if you get enough power, you can do that.
You could just, he just rebranded himself. That's what basically it was. And and I say that he didn't make as much money. He made more money, but I don't know what time. He passes away at some point. And they made it more spiritual than anything.
Oh,
where
yeah.
He gave a speech or something. Everywhere he went, he did this thing, and everyone loved it. That wasn't religion, but for whatever reason, this feels like very much religion to me.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But he did that. He spread all that stuff, and then he dies in his sleep. They burn him.
Yeah.
They put the flowers. They burn his body and all this other stuff. The Hollywood people, the guy that survived, the fucking syringe and all this shit, the Devaraj and all the other people, Hasidia, something like that, the lady.
Fuck, dude.
It was with an
You know
H.
me with names. Fuck, I don't know.
The one that was the wife of the producer, of
Yeah.
The Godfather. She and this guy and a couple other people, they just kind of take over this religion, this new rebranding. They print out all his teachings, and they put it in a billion different books. Cause
Oh, yeah,
it wasn't.
dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, it wasn't just one book. They
I
just
just sorted
had
that all the fuck. Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
We got it.
Yeah, it's all about the fucking money, dude.
It's all about the money. Sheila is still alive, but she's kind of in hiding or whatever. She goes to jail, does her time. She says that everyone accepts her and all that stuff because here, I forgot where it was that she said, here, if you do your time, you're not a criminal anymore. You're done.
Which
done. Yes and no, depending on, I think. There's a gray factor in everything.
Yeah, but if you do your time, and that's the justice system.
Yes, you're no longer a criminal.
A criminal,
but,
you did your time.
You did your time. Some people just don't see it that way, and
Of course not, because you can't fucking track them and make money off of
yeah,
them.
exactly. So she does what she does. She gets out. The girl, the sniper, because they just kind of between them, they didn't really go into all the other people that were part of the crew. They had the sniper. She had a big.
There's guys out there going,
Ooh, yeah.
ooh, yeah, not even mentioned.
That probably did worse.
Yeah,
or
but didn't spend time.
didn't spend time. Yes.
You're
that
like,
one.
they're sitting there going, oh, I'm the one who fucking concocted that shit. Because they didn't mention any scientists or anybody who.
They said her too.
Yeah,
not sniper, but the Sheila.
Yeah, but that's what she didn't have enough time to do all this shit by
but
herself.
They threw her in because she actually had
She was
medical
the one who-
training or
Yeah.
whatever.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I just heard some shit outside of there. It's windy as shit outside.
Oh yeah.
Nevertheless, so they threw her into looped her or
Yeah, like that bitch
whatever.
did all this shit, but there ain't enough hours in the day for this bitch to fuck up that much.
No, because I'll give her that. This Sheila was business savvy, kind of like Carol Baskins, and she knew what the fuck she was doing. She was busy making money. That's what she was doing throughout that whole thing, for the most part. She even said she didn't have time for the whole prayer stuff and all that. No, that's for everyone else. She had goals in mind, and she was gonna set, and she
I think
did.
she was walking by people going, "You fucking suck."
She probably did.
You guys are fucking stupid.
She probably
Yeah,
did.
pray on. $29.95, bitch.
And she just kept finding ways to make more and more
Yeah.
money. If anything, people should have hired her to find what
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
As a
whatever,
corporation,
financial
fuck, she should
advice
be
or
working
some
for
shit.
fucking Microsoft or Tesla or something like that right now. Hey, we want
I tell you what.
whatever your goal is.
I tell you what. She would have been working at Best Buy. She would have got you to buy the cable.
Yeah. She would have got me to buy some fucking cable I didn't need.
So yeah. Yeah, she was good at what she did. She was amazing. She thrived in it. But
Fucking haters. That's all that the fucking world's made of is haters.
It is what it is. She got caught. She had to go to jail. She did her time. Same goes with Sniper Lady. Actually, Sniper Lady, she did her time, but she still couldn't go everywhere.
Yeah, because
Her son.
well, there's is there a thing that if you're a felon,
There's certain places that
you can't go on like international flights? Or,
I think so.
fuck, I don't know.
But her son was in Australia, and
See that right there. If you did your time, you did your time.
Yeah. So her son was in Australia. He had some sort of cancer, I believe, or brain tumor.
Yeah.
But she couldn't go there, and he couldn't leave because he was already like it's almost his time. So she had to go back to Oregon to fight her case to win, so that she could just visit.
See, and that's what I mean about the government. It's all greasing the wheels. Because she had to
pay for that flight to get there.
Pay for the flight. Pay for the court costs. The lawyers. This. All this shit just so they could say, oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You can go visit your son.
For a day or two.
But it's all... I've said this many a time, and I don't get political and all that shit. It's not about this or that, black, white, green. It's all about the fucking money, dude. It's all about the green. It's the people up here keeping us fighting. The rednecks going, well, I don't like that religion. They keep us fighting down here, so we're not going, what the fuck's going on up there?
Yes. So, and we've kind of, there's a lot more that we kind of didn't get into, but because we're basically at the end here.
And we're drunk. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, I'm drunk.
Ish.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
If we had a blow thing here, I'm losing this game.
I'd probably be losing that one too. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
I haven't peed yet though.
You know what? That's actually surprising.
Is that
I didn't even think about that.
I haven't peed yet.
So new record on that one. So they all do their time. She does. She wins her case, and is able to see her dying son and all that. Which I felt really bad with the kid because the kid was in that commune.
Yeah, he'd stayed there.
And not only that, she kept talking about her daughter. Like, I need to do everything for my daughter. This and this for my daughter. And it wasn't until like episode 5, she's like,
"Oh, my son's dying."
I left my son there because she just straight up when she left with Sheila, she just left her son at this commune with all these people. And
he was like.
And then later he's dying from a brain tumor, and she has to go.
No, but you think though that they would like took him in and was like,
yeah, they took
him in.
You're
not part of that
No.
evil, the evil your mother, brainwashed him, and 30 years later she's this little old lady going, I'd love to see you, but I've got to trigger in my scope before I knock this fool out,
And then I gotta go to court.
Yeah, I gotta go to court to see if I can see you or not,
and win.
Yeah, and this is Can we Skype this shit? What's up? Nowadays that ain't a thing. You're like, I can call wherever in the world right now and be like, hey, what's up?
Well, I don't remember when he died, so I don't know.
I don't know
how.
Well, I'm
far
sure
technology was.
As a parent, me Skyping a dying member of my family or whatever is not the same as going and seeing them,
But if you specifically can't.
Yeah, and I can't go.
Yeah.
You know,
Um,
I can't get on the flight or whatever. They fucking got you.
Yeah,
if they want you, they got you.
They got you. Yeah, it is what it is, and this is where I think what I was saying that we were kind of building up to, that I think we're kind of on the same side. I could be wrong, but we're gonna get there. So they got all those people out. You know, the commune. It when Bhagwan left, it stayed for a bit. You know, matter of fact, some of the people were saying, "It's like I'm
not leaving until I have to."
Until I have to.
It was the home. You know, one of the things, backtracking, one of the things that cracked me up was on one of the newsreels. They were sitting there talking, all this shit going on, poisoning of towns, all this other stuff. They have a homeless guy going, "Well, if you like to be queer," yeah, I'm like, you are a homeless fucking guy who went into this. They gave you food and everything, and what's bothering you is, well, if you like to be queer,
you join that.
You join that. You were there for a year.
If not,
now that they've kicked you out,
literally kicked them out.
They have moved your ass on a bus out of here. But that's what. If you like to be queer, I'm like, are you fucking serious?
So,
and they put this. And what bothers me is they put this. It's not like this was a live coverage.
No,
they edited that and then put that, you know, because that will get the redneck fuck sticks. They're doing queer stuff. Ooh, no, it's not the guns, the bringing in homeless, drugging them. It's they might have some gay shit going on down there. Oh no. You fuck.
Yeah, because
fucking him. No wonder we are fucking hated by the rest of the world.
The sex thing was what that brought the initial interest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's the sex thing that brought the initial interest.
And then after finding out even more of what they were doing, it wasn't just heterosexual sex.
No, if it was just heterosexual sex, we probably could have been. Well, it's a little weird, but we can deal with that.
Yeah. Well, no. In groups? No.
They might have guys seeing other guys' dicks. This is bullshit. Give me a fucking break.
So, Bhagwan has left. The commune is still there. The commune is still there. And they're slowly leaving. This is like in winter time, too.
You know, the motherfuckers had to be going, it's Oregon in the winter. You motherfuckers.
It's winter.
Because we have winters.
Yeah.
We have, like, I think we had a week of, like, below zero.
Yeah.
From what I'm understanding, that is the fucking, that is Oregon. North of here, East Coast, them motherfuckers have some winters.
I don't know if Oregon Trail is just Oregon or
I don't know. It's fucking people died on that shit.
But yes, there's a whole game where we had to survive.
We had to survive that
nearly
place.
Everybody died in this fucking game. So yeah, and you don't start off in the winter in this game. So yeah, these people start off in the winter.
It's nice on that wagon. Fucking wheel broke.
So nevertheless, yeah, these people they've gotten shut down. They're doing whatever the best to regroup or do whatever they can to stay there. Because I know the lawyer was doing the best to continue.
You know, I really wish they would have just been like, because really the two people that had gone,
and he was still mayor.
Yeah, they still owned the city council.
Yeah.
They still owned all that shit. But with our one leader has left. We're done. Why?
Yep. They could have continued.
You know, if they would have continued today,
they would have still been there.
Yeah, because I'm sure that's. I'm
maybe.
still sure people there is a commune out there somewhere of people that follow him.
Well, see, that's where we're kind of.
Are we going to that?
You're talking about following the lawyer or following Bhagwan?
Bhagwan.
Oh, okay. So.
Oh my God! Tell me that lawyer has a fucking following.
No.
Oh.
That they leave or whatever, or they sell it. They sell it to a billionaire, and they put a Christian
Young Life.
Young Life is what it's called.
Is that what that is?
Yes, it's like
Because in high school and stuff,
They
and I haven't
promoted
seen
it?
it forever. But yeah, they were like, and this was in the 90s. And I don't know if it was there or someplace else there.
I don't
around
know when. I don't remember when he put it in.
Yeah,
there.
but I saw T-shirts of all the time of Young Life.
I remember seeing.
Is that a Christian or?
Yes, it's like a Christian thing.
Oh.
It's like summer camp or whatever, or summer school or some shit, and they
Yeah.
kind of bring you in.
Yeah, it's a summer. I gotcha.
One of those type of things. They have like a whole like water park there now, and but it's still like Christian young
Oh, yeah.
shit. And but that's what I felt like, and this is what I was trying to build up to, is that like what you were saying. Besides the sex thing, it's like at that time America was like, or not even America, but just that area there was like, if it's not Christian, if it's not American, fuck you, we don't want it.
Yeah. Well, and
And-
you know as well as I do, they can have this Young Life thing, this Christian organization, this summer camp for enlightenment. And all. There's more fucking hookups and fucking kids losing their virginity at them fucking Christian camps that I saw.
And
some
the
of
same
them.
amount of
I went
money
to
is
two-
going into those
Yes,
places as
yes,
this. Yeah.
the same amount. It's just a different, just a different
religion.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, different name. And I bet there's queer stuff going on there still too.
Yeah.
But put
And-
it in a different name. I went to Christian camp. We've had this discussion on here about my church thing. I went to many weeks of Christian camp. You see some of the most fucked up shit at Christian camps.
I've heard of shit. I've had
Yeah, I'm
like,
telling
really,
you,
really
you
close friends
you
that
will
were-
see some fucking shit that you're like, holy. Back before, I'm telling you straight up, back before the Me Too and all this, back in the 80s, and women stood up for themselves and all this shit, you saw more fucking weird shit at Christian camps than
ever before.
would
Well,
blow
not
your
ever before,
fucking
but
mind.
yeah, but a good amount.
No, I mean, no, it was not the fucking Auschwitz or nothing, but it was fucked up.
It was fucked up. And that's what I was trying to get to, is that basically they just replaced one commune with another. It's just different religion, same amount of money is
this
going
one's
in.
okay
Yeah, because all the
because
people that
it's
were
a different
there,
name.
they were like, they were happy that they've gone. They were okay with
Yeah.
the kids being there.
Well, I guess they have
It's
a
a Christian group.
Yeah,
and
Christian
blah,
group.
blah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're
but
good.
yeah,
But that's what it is. And
the fucking blinders people put on for what they want.
And I'm not exactly defending Rajneesh or whatever it was.
But they played the game and they changed. That's what pisses me
Yeah,
off. They played the game. They changed the rules.
It changed the rules. And
But what's her face got greedy too. If she would have just played the game and not tried to,
and just kept it there. Just kept it.
but they will find little shit.
Sometimes you can be too big, as they say.
Yes, you get too big, get in the spotlight, and she was, come get me,
Come get it.
catch me if you
Yeah,
can,
because
kind
she
of
was
thing.
taunting everyone,
taunting
too.
everybody, and they were like, okay, kind of like the don't fuck with cats thing.
Yes.
If that guy wouldn't have kept, he would have got away with all that shit.
If he would have just done one video.
one video
and
done, didn't post the other video, he didn't get all these people following him,
Yeah, because
or if he would have just killed that person,
because that was the build up to that.
yeah, if he would have just killed that person,
Sorry
didn't
about
put
that.
it on the fuck.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't watched Don't Fuck with Cats,
Don't fuck with cats.
No.
I think
that's
we kind of want to do that one, but at the same time,
nah, I don't know.
it's kind of really disturbing. It
Yeah,
is really
but
disturbing.
it's fucking awesome.
And it's only like 2-3 episodes.
Yeah, it's awesome though.
You guys should watch it. The best thing about that is that us viewers, we solved the fucking case before.
I didn't have nothing fucking.
I mean, not us, but
No.
those viewers. They solved the case.
But I mean, yeah, because that's I would have been like,
Yeah.
if somebody would have sent me that video, I'd been like, fucking
The
block.
fuck is this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
block that person that sent me. That would have been the end of it.
It was about a guy. A short story, or long story short, a guy that he tortured some cats. Some people watched it, didn't like it. They found out everything from like detail, like they saw a doorknob. They're like, oh, that's not an American doorknob or whatever it was. And it's like, it must be in this place. So they literally just by looking
Tracking
at shit
this motherfucker down.
in the house or apartment or whatever it was.
I'm spilling. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Alright, I'll finish the
Alright.
Don't Fuck with Cats. By just looking at shit, at random shit that this guy had in his apartment, they kind of discover where, or base off kind of where he's somewhat located in. And they know, they fucking warn the local police and their own cops and FBI and all this shit that this wasn't going to be a one-off. This is going to build up. And it eventually does. He goes from like torturing a cat or something like that, and then, or I don't know if it was it just one cat.
No, they did a cat in a bag and drowned one. I can't remember if it was a cat or a dog.
Okay. And then it builds up to the whole him finally killing a person and you seeing it on video. Well, I don't think they don't show any of that shit on video. Some of it they blurred it out anyway, so, for the people that don't want to. I personally didn't want to see any of that
No,
shit.
fuck no.
That was the same reason as to why I didn't want to watch Tiger King at first, because I heard about the attack, the arm shit,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't want to fucking see that shit. Then I ended up seeing almost something worse, where the fucking dude killed himself accidentally. You don't see
yeah.
it, but yeah, messed up. But it was an accident. He was like, it doesn't go off by accident or whatever it is, and you just see the fucking the muzzle flash and the expression
I'm sorry,
of the other dude.
but that is the fucking dumbest. It won't go off without the clip. Just.
I feel bad for the family more than anything.
Oh yeah.
More than anything, I feel bad for the family because
But-
they didn't just have to deal with that. It was with all of Joe's craziness that they had to deal with on the
That's all.
aftermath.
We did that episode.
Yeah. So, but nevertheless, the cat thing. Don't fuck with cats. Also another.
Oh god, that's
Netflix.
fucking awesome.
You should watch it. It's only a couple episodes, like 3 or 4 episodes. The thing that I hate about lots of these documentaries is the too much time on the slow-mos. Like on Don't Fuck with Cats, it could have been a lot shorter if they just took away a lot of the walking to the window and just reflecting on shit for no reason. Just this dramatic pause.
Yeah, but that's part of the good part of it.
I'm like, But I watched it on my phone mainly because of that whole thing. I didn't know whether they were going to.
Do you fast forward through this shit sometimes?
The only when I thought that they were going to torture the cat shit. That's why I watched it on my phone instead of like the TV, where I'm like comfortable. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
on the phone, I could it's a quick, just a 10-second thing.
Yeah, but you're not getting the full story unless you get that part. And they didn't show it.
No, they didn't show it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But I thought they were.
Yeah.
That's why I watched it on my phone.
Oh, you
Because I
ain't gonna
thought-
show that shit.
Yeah,
They're
you never
not
know.
fucking stupid.
You
Fuck,
never-
there'd be a national, worldwide ban against Netflix for just repeating that shit. But I mean, it was disturbing, nevertheless.
Yes. So, but that's why I kind of did the same with Tiger King at the same time. That I didn't watch that shit as well. But nevertheless, Don't Fuck with Cats. You should watch that as well. But yeah, what we were going with Wild Wild Country. Yeah, that whole they got them out. They brought in a new church in there, basically, Christian Young Life or whatever. Sheila is now working with people that have
Was it Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's and some other stuff, dementia, like
Yeah. Kind of a nursing home.
yeah, nursing home basically. That's where she's doing her, and I think that's why they're kind of trying to lump her into the whole poisoning and being medically active and all this shit.
Yeah.
The lawyer, I don't know what the fuck the lawyer did after that shit. He just kind of went into, because actually at one point it even says like, not no location or some shit, unknown location or whatever. I don't know if it was
just
him
out there fucking
randomly.
Yeah, probably out there praying, or he was a believer.
He was a believer.
He still is a believer.
Yeah.
Of this guy.
Yeah, because when he was telling the story, he got so emotional.
Yeah.
He's
a believer. And as a lawyer, that's kind of
weird.
Yeah. You know, that he's the believer.
And he was a good lawyer too.
Yeah.
He was good at his job. Doing what he was,
Yeah. He was the believer.
Because he was making, before he ever joined and all this shit, he had all kinds of, they showed all kinds of.
That's what drives me nuts.
Amazing
about all these guys.
Shit. He said he was just done.
Yeah, that follow. And I could almost see, following these people, and they're so intent. I will do whatever they say. That guy's got a shit face.
Who?
The bad one.
Oh, okay.
He takes a shit too.
Yes.
He's in the bathroom, but these people are so they get so many people
gullible
to just take what the religion or the person is giving you, the spiritual, the meditation, but take that and put it towards yourself.
Instead of
not
just
I will do whatever you say because you said this.
Because you said this.
No matter what it is, that guy is still today. It's been 40 years, and he's still shedding a tear when he's telling this fucking story. He was a believer, that I'm like, God damn.
When you said 40 years, for a second, it took me a second to really to sum that up real quick.
Yeah, this was before
the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the 80s. Okay, let's say 30 years. It's 30 fucking.
No.
Yeah, it's almost
right on
you're
that.
looking at 40 fucking years.
It's just that whenever someone says 40 years, I'm going further back. I'm not even thinking about it's 221.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm thinking like 70s, 60s,
yeah,
50s. But yeah, no, you're right. About 40 years, if not
40,
more.
Yeah. These people are all out.
Yeah.
Have lived lives. They've been out for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
This is a distant memory of what they did when they were. It was like, let's say when I was in my 20s and I did some crazy shit and everything. That's how they're looking back at this.
Yes.
But they're still
emotional about it.
Yeah, and this guy's been dead forever.
He constantly kept doing the whole fucking dramatic pause thing. And he was like savoring it in.
Yeah.
I think there was some sex parties that he was involved in that he was like
looking back at.
Yeah. An immense amount of orgies, but no, I think at this point
so it's better to have lived that, the big money, we're building a community. We have as much money as we need. We can get higher and live that. And then now he was living in a little triangle house. What's her face? What's her face is a fucking pretty much a nursing home nurse.
Yes.
But they lived this huge life on every TV show. Is it better to have lived that and look back on it, or? My big thing, I've never been any kind of famous or anything like that, but...
I don't know about her, but when it comes to him, I want to say yes, because even before he jumped into that, he was already a big guy.
Yeah.
He did cases for, huge stars and all this shit. He was tired of life. He was burnt out.
On that shit.
Yeah. And he said burnt out on life, too. He just kind of wanted to quit everything and just be done with it. And then he just went right back to lawyering again. On an even bigger case than he had ever done before.
To say,
But it was for something
I
that
got
he
a
was passionate
divorce.
for.
I got a divorce, and then said, "Fuck it, I'm quitting my job." Then I'm gonna fly to. I decided to fly to India. I don't know if that's not a cheap flight.
No.
You know, so you've had money,
Yeah.
and you're just saying, "Fuck it, I'm going to India." You know, so you've got a nest egg.
Because some people were saying, I looked into it, some people were saying that guy was already a millionaire before.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
he was
any of
fucking
that.
huge.
Yeah.
He was a lawyer in a top firm or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
And on top of that, speaking of a thing that we kind of glossed on, the sniper. And I feel bad. I didn't remember her name. We're just calling her the sniper. and she never had a sniper or whatever. She just got a good shot. She was a good shot. But we're going to call her the sniper for now. But she also moved to India. And then they leave. She quit everything in her life to move to India to do all this other stuff. Him as well. When he quit, that's when Bhagwan went into silence.
Yeah, went into silence. Motherfucker.
he got so into it from a cassette tape that he decided to upend his life and move into this shit to a whole country, and then this guy doesn't want to talk to him anymore. Talk to anyone anymore.
When did he go silent? About an hour ago.
About an hour
Son of a bitch!
And then the sniper as well. She quit. She moved into this thing, and then they leave. And then he goes back, but she said 7 years before he went back.
She says, "I just wanted to sit at the feet of my master."
Yeah.
To have that kind of power over,
Anyone.
they just want to, anybody. I just want to go and sit at Dave's house, so I'm there, and I'll do whatever he says, while I'm there.
And then you times that on a million,
million, yeah,
maybe billion at this point.
No, I don't know.
Because-
There's a shitload of people.
Because after he passed away and he rebranded and all this other stuff, that shit is still there in India right now.
I was gonna say,
it's
I
a
bet
whole thing. I don't know if you saw. They had touch screens now and all this other stuff. But you could check in. It says how many days you're gonna be here. It's like, I'm gonna be here for 3 days.
Like fucking Disney World.
Yes.
He's like the Disney World of religions.
And they actually mention it to where it's like a lot of younger people that are finding themselves. They go there.
Oh, I'm sure.
To find
I'm
themselves.
sure.
But they only go there for like spring break type of thing. They go there for like a couple of days.
Let's go find ourselves for a week.
Yeah, and then they're out.
How many people are just going to see these fucking crazy?
Either that or
Crazy,
just for
see
the
if we
sex
can get
parties.
see if we can get a crazy orgy. But then they get there and
See
they're
if I
like,
can get every fucking disease by
this
the
is like
weekend.
this is a buffet of fucking STDs.
And like, I'm gonna come back with a whole bunch of stories. So that shit is there. These people have left, and everyone's story just kind of went to shit. Oh no, we're kind of done on the whole
Cool.
wild country. Yeah, because we glossed over a lot of it, but at the same, like I said, there was just so much. Unlike Tiger King, where there's the Tiger King people, there's Carol Baskins and her husband, and then there was that just kind of random other park owners from time to time.
Yeah.
Which there was the one guy, that was his mentor, Osha, Bhagwan was his.
Yeah.
So kind of related there. The guy that had all the interns. If you remember him, I can't remember his fucking name now.
No, I don't either.
But yeah, he had all the interns and shit. All the young interns that stayed there and ended up getting houses and whatnot. Some of them. Nevertheless, they've all passed. They've all done their time. But in a sense, we could say that he kind of still won because his shit is still there.
Yeah.
It's still making
Yeah,
money.
like I said, the thing that bothers me about this is that if he wouldn't have, how long would they have just kept him? Because
In
pretty
the-
much, the government knew they didn't have a case. They weren't going to win.
No,
but we're going to fly him everywhere, make him go through this shit. It was it? Am I wrong, or wasn't it months that they were transferring him?
I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean you could be wrong, but
I believe it was like not weeks. It was months. They were transferring
moving him around.
Moving him around. Every new place, I'm sure there was a strip search. Bend over and cough. You know, all this bullshit. And he was finally like,
spread your cheeks and lift your sack.
yeah, I got a driver's ID too. I got a driver's license too. You know, but, you know, every place, and so the government was like, we'll keep this up.
Yeah. And
you know, and until he
we
finally
got the money too.
Yeah, until he was finally, because they knew that they would keep staying there. You know,
that was the whole thing. But
in a way, I think they fucked up. He fucked up by leaving. This would have been national fucking news if they would have went in there after him.
yeah, I mean it was already national.
Yeah, and
Way
if
before
they
that.
went in, took all, but this is what I'm saying. The government, once again, took your tax dollars, had all these months of
The
surveillance. All the the National Guard on fucking alert. Yeah, and all this other shit. The guy leaves. And they're like, okay, let's go back. You know,
At that point,
they didn't raid and get all these other motherfuckers in there and see what they've got going on and all this other bullshit. They wait. This is all for one fucking guy.
Yeah.
Just if we want to sit here and talk about Waco, this is for one guy because a fucking empty grenades fell off of a UPS truck.
Yes.
You know, so we're gonna do all this shit to get him.
They wanted him.
They wanted him.
Yep.
You know, whether it's legal or not, we're
Not
gonna
really.
get him.
We're gonna get, and they almost succeeded at getting him there.
Yeah.
And versus getting him later on in Charlotte and then moving him around. And
Yeah.
all that shit. Because even the guy, even the lawyer said he was fucking exhausted. It's like,
Yeah, he was fucking on. I guarantee
everywhere.
he was on flights every day. You know, and
having to talk to this dude every day. As
Talk
much
to
as
this
you love guy.
go in, get processed at every fucking place. You know, and I'm sure at one point it wasn't him just going, you know, I'm tired, I'm done. It was them going, are you done? Because we can keep this up. If you say you will leave the country,
We'll let
this
you
is
go.
over.
It's over. It's
You
done.
know, and then he's going, the first stop, he's like, motherfucker, I was leaving the country. And you didn't do it on our terms.
Yep. Yeah, they actually said it themselves.
Yeah. You
They
can't just leave and not
Can't
expect
just-
to get
get away scot-free.
scot-free.
He still
He
did.
got away scot-free.
He still did.
He just did. You just took it longer for him to go. Yeah, you won.
Yeah.
You know, I was leaving the fucking country anyway.
Uh,
He wasn't coming back.
no. No.
You know.
Not if he was smart, he wasn't. And-
No, he
and-
wasn't
and-
coming back.
And he was smart enough to just fucking be done with that shit.
It's not like he was in an RV visiting the fucking state parks. You know, he went from India to this fucking place.
Yeah.
Never left it.
Yep.
Then when he wanted to escape, was leaving again.
Matter of fact, not only did he not leave it, he had not left like that area, like
Yeah.
just that part.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like he's in an RV taking all his people, you know, across country and spreading this shit. And when he wanted to escape, he was getting on a plane and getting the fuck out of the country. Let him go.
Let him go. But no, it was their terms, their money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that was a whole other thing. They probably wanted to confiscate as much money as they could from
Oh
him.
yeah.
And they probably did.
Oh yeah. You know, there's millions of dollars that
That they took.
yeah.
That it was confiscated.
Yeah, it was confiscated or, yeah.
It's not property of the U.S. Whatever.
Oh, it
And
wouldn't,
such.
you know, another thing is it wouldn't get fucking, if he didn't get a fucking bill,
I'd be surprised.
for his, you know,
The moving him
the
around.
moving him around, and we had to do this,
Court
and
dates
court
and all.
dates and all. He probably had to pay millions of dollars in fines because I think what's her face did. Didn't they say she had to pay?
She did.
You know,
She did.
it's all about the fucking money.
Yeah. She said that she had to pay a fine and do time. As the sniper, I don't know. She just did time, I think.
Oh.
And that's
No,
what
that
I'm
bitch
saying.
didn't get paid. That's another thing is that you've got all these people making millions of dollars. Sheila making millions of dollars, having people who don't make shit that are following her.
I think that's what other people were trying to point out. Like, oh, this guy has 12 Rolls Royce, and there's a line of people, waiting for him and all this. Like, what mega church here don't we have
Yeah.
that doesn't do the same?
Yeah.
There's whatever those televangelists or whatever they are.
Oh yeah, they've got their own jets.
They
They've
got their own
yeah.
jets. They actually talk about how Jesus needs them to have a second jet, or
Yeah.
a third, or a fourth
Yeah, it's
one.
it's not the religion we're used to
Yeah.
because there's queers.
It's 2021, so it
Yeah.
it
Well,
sure is gonna
I'm
be-
sure this would be different
at the
now.
time.
Yeah, at the time. Hopefully it would be. I don't know that it'd be
And
different
that's
now.
why I'm saying that was another thing where they messed up, is that had they gone specifically either to the East or West Coast, probably maybe would have been a
Yeah.
bigger difference.
Yeah.
There would have been
Well,
more
I mean, you've got.
at the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a religion out there that doesn't have a home base. People following them, or it's not a religion.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, yeah, it was what it was, and it had such an impact when it first happened, mainly because of the sheer numbers of the people that followed this fucking thing. And then
Yeah, they went
Sheila
from a town of 40 to
to the town of like a
Thousands.
hundreds of thousands. or
yeah.
whatever.
You're like, oh fuck.
And then Sheila just all over every fucking broadcast, news station, and everything, just promoting the shit out of Bhagwan, and
We're gonna win.
we're gonna
And,
win.
and she just kept taunting him.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah, and it's like taunting a fucking guy. Listen here, motherfucker. I'm gonna win. Yeah, no, you're not.
It's like, I saw you had a nosebleed. You're just as human as I am. Nah.
No.
Nah. It was it for her. As soon as she started taunting, I was like,
She done.
It was it. But that's part of that whole thing, and that's Wild Country. That's us telling you to go fucking watch it.
If we haven't totally got you off of it yet, you're like, oh, this is fucking stupid.
And I don't remember with the Tiger King episodes, were they all an hour each one, or because each episode of the Wild Country, it wasn't just an hour, it was like an hour and 10
Yeah,
minutes.
it's a pretty long documentary.
It's fucking meaty.
Yeah.
and more than anything.
Yeah,
Like
you're like, holy, once again, it just gets you in there. And I don't remember why I started watching it, but then I was like, oh, poisoning. Oh, here we go. Death threats. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're
Bombing.
taking over a fucking town.
Yeah.
Oh, a bombing. It just keeps you going.
It does keep going, and then just the inner betrayal, the inner demons within each person that was introduced. Now, because there's a lot of people that, like you said, 1,000% sure there's a shit ton of people that were never.
Oh yeah,
this,
there's
in
people
this
out there going.
documentary. Yeah, that were fucking
Oh
happy.
yeah, good.
They were not part of this
Yeah.
shit. They got away with whatever they got away with, and we're just done with it.
Yeah, they
I'd
just
love
want.
to see that film, that in its entirety. That the one guy that recorded, because like I said,
Oh no, I don't.
it
That
was
some
just
weird shit.
It was just so aggressive.
Yeah.
It was actually like scary, like
Yeah.
like in a horror sense.
Yeah, so when it came on, I was like, "Oh fuck, they're gonna show a murder or
And none of that happened.
raping or no."
It maybe did happen, off camera or whatever, all those things.
Yeah.
There's definitely all the instruments there to do so.
Yeah.
But in that little film, you don't see it. It's just the raw energy of people yelling and getting in people's faces and whatnot. This looked, like I said, looked like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Even that little shit that they showed, that little sample of a film that they showed, it felt like a horror.
But then but then also you're like, ooh, they're naked.
That doesn't kick in until step 5 when they're all silent and there's no ah!
Yeah,
and,
they're naked screaming. What? Oh, now they're silent naked.
But they're just naked.
Oh. All right.
Okay. Which, when you told me, I was at work when you told me, it's like, hey, watch Wild Country. I was like, I'll finish it. And then, as soon as I clicked on it, and I was like, wait a minute.
Are you watching this at work?
That's the lie. I was like, wait a minute, no. Before any nudity came on, I remembered the episodes that I had watched. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, wait a minute.
I can't watch this shit here. So, yeah, I had to wait home, and then,
because it pops into that shit. There's no...
Yeah, there's no... The tape
this
is the only
coming
thing
up, it's just... Boom! Oh, shit!
The tape is the only thing that kind of gives you a warning.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, lots of the nudity and stuff that does actually show... And it's not...
Well, before that one
thing.
scene, they show them all, but they're meditating. They're breathing heavy and everything.
They're
jumping.
That one of the steps was jumping.
Jumping. And every time you came down, you woo, woo,
yeah,
woo, woo, woo.
That was actually his 4th step.
Yeah.
I could be
or
wrong.
some shit like that. But then... what the fuck?
That step 2 or 3, whatever it is, that before that woo is where that it got a little too intense. It was intense more than anything.
Yeah, that's when you're walking in as a visitor. You want me to do what?
It freaked me the fuck out. Yeah, and then imagine all the homeless people that they got.
Oh,
and then they tell them, yeah, these are our 5 steps that you kind of... I mean, you don't really have to do it, but this is what we do. And they're like, fuck it.
Get it.
And one of them took step 2 or 3 a little too strong. a little too literally.
Yeah.
And, you get the funny beers after that shit. Which was some of the best tasting beer that they
That's the
had.
best beer ever.
Yeah, because he says, like, I've had some beer before, but this is some really good beer. Which, honestly, I wouldn't mind, if it's in a controlled environment, like my own house, I wouldn't mind trying 1 beer of those. Just to see what... As long as I know it's safe, it's just a sedative, it's nothing too crazy.
Yeah, but like I said, though, they're giving...
But it's
that's
not,
like putting
it's not regulated.
Yeah,
it's not
putting it in the beer. Yeah. And there's one stupid fuck out there that had like 12 beers. And he's in some kind of
more.
fucking...
I'm 1,000% sure they had way more
he's
beer.
in some kind of... Yeah. Who's... It's like any party.
One lady
it's a 2-beer limit, but one guy's up... You don't remember everybody that's been up there? I've been in the line 5 times.
Besides the dudes that were just pouring it straight out of the fucking tap, there was ladies that were walking around with like champagne glasses full of beer and all this stuff, drinking beer in a champagne glass. Which, speaking of, we'll do one kind of segue into this. Kind of sad, but funny at the same time. One part's funny, one part's sad. Funny. I rewatched Talladega Nights. You remember the dinner scene, the Sunday dinner or whatever? I never noticed this, but the mom, the wife or whatever, she's drinking Mountain Dew out of a champagne, not a champagne, like a martini glass.
I never noticed that
I never noticed that. It was just that randomly, I was watching this scene. And I noticed them, and I looked at everything.
Oh yeah, that's just a big commercial anyway.
Yes.
KFC,
Taco
Bell,
Mountain Dew, Pepsi, whatever. And then I noticed that there's nothing else. There's no water. I don't think there's.
No,
any
I'm
water
sure
or
not.
like that. So it's all food from all these sponsors and shit. And then she has a martini glass, and I was looking at it, and I see the fucking thing bubbling or whatever. Then she's drinking Mountain Dew out of martini glass. So that's the funny part. Sad part, we'll kind of, one of the kids sadly took his, it passed away or killed himself or whatever. Yeah,
When?
Recently.
Recently?
Yeah.
Which one?
The older one of the two, not the spider monkey.
Yeah.
But the Tom Brokaw's a punk. Like,
Really?
Yes.
What?
I don't know. It didn't really actually even say into all of this other stuff. He's like 28 already, which just surprised me. It's like how long ago was this fucking
Yeah.
and how long?
Oh, well,
how old
fuck, I know
he is.
how long ago it was. It was because I got in all kinds
Yeah,
of, I got in all
because
kinds
you
of
took
trouble
your
because I took Nathan. I
That's
still don't see, to this day, I don't see anything wrong with that fucking movie.
That to me was actually one of my favorite scenes. I love that scene.
Oh, yeah, that's
scene.
the best scene. I mean, how many people, I'm going to jump on you like a spider monkey. I mean, that's,
That was quoted so many times. There's so many
you're going
lines
to break
to
this,
this.
aren't you, Grandma?
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. And what made me look into that was because Mountain Dew, not that I'm trying to sponsor or whatever, I just randomly saw they have you remember the Kickstarter drinks or whatever that they have, Mountain
Yeah.
Dew? They also have another new energy drink that they came out with randomly. And I tried it and, gave me the energy and shit, but it was like in the morning.
Yeah.
And someone said some shit and he's like, "Oh, you're quite energetic." And I said, "Oh, I'm hopping up on Mountain Dew." What do you want? And then I looked up on YouTube and I watched that scene, and then in the comments someone said he had passed away or whatever. I looked it up and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of sad."
That sucks.
It sucks, but it is what it is, and RP to all those people and
Well,
his
it didn't
family
bring
and
us down
whatnot.
down
We
now.
went down from
Yeah,
10
no
to
shit.
5. But
Fuck.
we'll go back to this one on the Best Buy thing. I recently had something like that as well. I was trying to buy just a simple oscillating fan for my grandma was passing by. Our fucking AC was fucking on the fritz or whatever. So I bought a little oscillating fan, but it took us forever to get a fucking fan because all the people there, for whatever reason, kept sending me every fucking where else.
Man, fuck them.
And then at the end of it, I was like, fuck it. I just went.
Why would you go to Best Buy for a fan, though? That's a Walmart Target purchase.
I know, but my mom gave me extra money to go buy like a
really nice one.
Yeah.
That's the Sam's Club purchase there.
Then you have to be like.
Yes, you have to be a fucking member.
Or whatever. I'm not. I'm sorry. I have family there, but nevertheless. So I went to Best Buy, went to go get fucking nice fan. Yeah, I ended up just fucking going to Walmart and buying a cheaper one.
Fuck them.
Because they
Fuck
fucking,
that place.
Yeah. Nevertheless, we are done with Wild Country. Is there anything that you wanted to bring up else?
Fuck the government. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Burn it.
We are also kind of doing this. We're trying something new. This is like a new setup here as well. So
Looks good.
this might or may not be.
Yeah, it may not be on, but it looks good.
It is what it is.
He's got some money in this shit.
Well, it's the same money. I literally just spent the
Same
camera.
exact amount.
Yeah, the camera that I bought before that we were. I think it was the Tiger King episode that I bought the.
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
This episode?
No, I care less about the episode.
Or the quality?
The logo.
Oh, okay. Yes. I can actually show you kind of a little sample of it as soon as we're done. I still have to edit a little bit of the music and all that shit because it doesn't have any music or anything. But yeah, I'll show you that. And we are done here. We're going to actually cut it short here compared to... I stopped and rewinded this, so we're closer to 3+ hours. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
It didn't seem like that. Fuck.
We don't see each other every day lately, so
That is true.
yeah, we haven't been working the same schedules and same this and same that, and
No, you've been off and I've been there
well, even when I was
stuck like a refugee. I wish my friends would come back.
at one point we'll get our schedules aligned again.
For
a month or whatever. I've been trying to say, even when I was with on the same schedule as Charlie, we couldn't still get on the same because we've been trying to do an episode.
Yeah, it's just
Charlie and I.
Yeah, people got some shit. People got shit going on.
So yeah, it is. And on top of that, because of all these restrictions and shit, so we've all been looking for all kinds of workarounds on everything that we're fucking doing.
Yeah.
Like, there's one bill that I used to pay. I love doing it just because I would get a receipt. And now I'm mailing it. And it's still in Kansas City. I could just walk up to this fucker and, like, give my fucking receipt. And like, no. It's like, you gotta mail it now. And, because we're not, we don't want that contact. And it's like, I just want my fucking receipt.
It's Kansas City. Here they lifted the face mask thing.
Yeah.
But it's funnier than fuck because, like, we went to Target last night and everybody, it says wear a face mask and everything. But there's fuckers in there and that don't have them. And you're kind of... And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I care less whether some people wear it or don't. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We can't... I mean, I'm not a scientist. You're not a scientist, whatever. But I will say this one thing. I semi kind of do like the mask. And the reason why is a lot more people spit than you think. And
when they talk,
when they speak, yes, and keeping it in there.
Yeah.
I've seen some people. It looks like fucking So Glow at the end of the and they don't even notice this shit. It's just fucking dripping. And they just
dude, I am full on been at work and like sneezed.
Yeah.
And then realized I got a mask on. It's like it's contained on me.
On you, yes. And yeah, so it's like I'm okay with it. And then a lot of people want to speak to you so closely. It's like, okay, wear the mask, and then I was like, well, it's for COVID. I'm like, no, not even COVID. I don't like you. Get away from me. All over this.
But I mean, it's the whole down here thing, and I'm over
the chin
it.
diapers and all that shit.
I'm just over it. You know what I mean? I'm over it.
I think most people are.
Just over it.
Most people are at this point. So we're going to call it here. But before I go, remember again, ROYALFEAT.com, royalfeet.com, for Dylan's, all the customization shit that he's doing with clothing, apparel. And Kiefer, logo, Daniel, logo, and the Bad Dice Designs. I was supposed to get another kind of little sponsor or whatever, and not paid sponsor. No one's paying me for this. This is for free. This is me doing me.
If they're paying for it, they're getting ripped.
They're getting ripped, yeah. But there's someone else that wanted to bring something for me to promote, but they never brought it in time, so they're just gonna have to get to next episode or whatever. But nevertheless, thank you, Dave, for being here.
Yep.
Thank you all for watching.
Peace.